Goldilocks. Hey guys, Paul Ronto here from Run Repeat, and today we're gonna check out the Hoka Torrent 2. I'm really excited to get my hands on this shoe. The Challenger ATR 6, which I reviewed, was a little too plush. The Speedgoat 4, which I reviewed, was a little too harsh. The Torrent 2 fits the bill. It's just right, which is why I named it the Goldilocks shoe. You know, this isn't like a lot of other Hokas. It's not a maximalist shoe. It's nimble, it's lightweight, it's responsive, it's fast. I mean, it doesn't even feel like I'm describing a Hoka, but that's what I love about this. It's designed for race day out on the trails, it's for trail crushing. I'm digging it. I'm really glad to strap this onto my foot, and I'm excited to do this review and tell you all about it. First off, let's talk about the updates in this shoe. Hoka's updated the upper a little bit. They've updated the lug design slightly. It's lost a little bit of weight. Other than that, not a ton of updates on the Torrent 2. First off, before we go any further, please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button so you're updated next time we post a fresh review. It really helps us here at Run Repeat be able to provide these reviews. So the upper's a little redesigned on the Torrent 2. It's a multi-layer engineered mesh upper that's made from some recycled plastic bottles, which is pretty cool. They've also added this ring of welded overlay that goes full 360 degrees around the bottom of the upper. Adds a little durability as well as a little moisture protection down here right by the midsole. It's a little more durable than the upper on the Torrent 1, which was an issue the Torrent 1 had. But with that added durability, it is also slightly less breathable. The tongue is padded, slightly padded, nothing new there. It's gusseted though this year, which is a nice update. It's got mesh gussets like many of the other Hokas from the 2020 line. It's non-intrusive. I like that. Connects all the way down to the struggle board. So nice update gusseting the tongue. Lacing system, it's got Hoka's flat trail laces. You know, their trail laces are like Spectracord or something. They're super durable, which makes them a little inflexible. They're fine, they get you nice tight lockdown. There's not a lot of stretch to them and nothing fancy about the lacing structure itself. Okay, the heel counter, you know, it's not super stiff, but it's definitely not super flexible either. It's kind of in that mid ground, which I like. I didn't have any heel slip issues on this shoe. It's got a lightly padded, but it is a still padded ankle collar. Ultimately, I think that this system works pretty well. It's comfortable, and I didn't experience any issues with fit back in the heel. Okay, the midsole. So it is a compression molded EVA midsole. It's Hoka's Pro-Fi midsole. It's nice and firm, it's stable, it's low to the ground, it's responsive. It's got some nice flex, but it is a pretty firm midsole, which I like. You know, I felt like this had a lot of benefits. Now, one of the things with the Pro-Fly midsole is it's supposed to be a little bit softer in the heel and a little bit more firm up in the forefoot to help with landing, you know, nice soft impact landing on the heel, a little more toe off and spring and responsiveness off the forefoot. I like that. I like that there's some dual density going on there. You know, this midsole is technically supposed to be a little more firm than the one on the Speedgoat 4, but I had problems with the Speedgoat 4 if you watch that video. I had some fit issues as well as some comfort issues. To me, it felt really harsh. The midsole on this does not feel as harsh. It feels more responsive. I like the midsole on the Torrent 2. It's responsive. It's still got a little flex. It's firm enough to feel super stable when you're going fast on technical terrain. Definitely a pro. Outsole time. This outsole is insane. I love it. It's insanely grippy. It's super confidence inspiring when you're going down. You can just tear without abandon. Deep lugs. They're well spaced. So I really think they did a fantastic job on the outsole. I almost don't even want to give any cons. That's how much I like this shoe and how much fun I've had running in it. But I gotta stretch here a little bit and give something. So first off, the gussets on the tongue, like I mentioned, are that mesh gusset, which doesn't have a lot of flex to it. I actually like the gusset on the Speedgoat 4 better. It's like a neoprene gusset, and it actually has a little bit of flex when you're pulling the tongue up. So that's one thing they could have done, is taken the Speedgoat gusset and put it in the Torrent. The other thing that is a little odd is the lace. The laces are really long. You know, I think Hoka has some issues with lace consistency. They were too short on the Speedgoat. They were okay on the Challenger, but they're really long on the Torrent. And so, you know, unless you're doing like a heel slip lacing pattern, I think they're gonna feel a little long. I'm using the last eyelet and I'm doing like a modified heel lockdown lace. They're still a little long, so they flop around a bit. The only other con that I would say is no heel loop. And I know this is so silly for me to keep bringing up, but I do like a heel loop. I mean, They put it on the Speedgoat. They put it on the Challenger. Where did it go? I get it, you're trying to keep weight down. This is a super lightweight shoe, but how much weight can that little tiny piece of webbing add? So I wish that was there. Okay, please check out RunRepeat.com, the Torrent 2. There's a ton of facts and stats. Check it out there. We also link to a bunch of retailers so you can find the best price in your size and color. Make sure you head on over to RunRepeat.com. Check out the Torrent 2. First off, fit. This shoe honestly felt great on my foot. Snug, nice lockdown over the top. Midfoot has some nice control with that gusset in there. No slip on the heel. Easy to get my lacing pattern down. It fits great. Plenty of room in the toe box. There's a little bit of stretch in the upper. Okay, comfort. I really dig the way this shoe feels. You know, it's not super plush like a lot of other Hokas, like the Challenger or the Clifton, which is on the roadside, but it still has that nice comfort feel to me. Super lightweight, it's responsive, it's fast, it's nimble. It does that all while still being comfortable on my foot. You know, the big thing is I had comfort issues with the Speedgoat and I was disappointed because I really wanted that shoe to be the best shoe of the year for me. I was really excited to get that in. This shoe fits that mold. It does everything that the Speedgoat does, maybe a little bit better. It doesn't have those fit and comfort issues that I had with the Speedgoat. I think Hoka may have created the perfect trail shoe here, which is funny to say because it's not the normal Hoka mold. Weight, so this comes in at 260 grams, which is about 9.2 ounces. That's insane. The Innovate, which is a super lightweight, is 270 grams. So this is a little lighter. I think they did an outstanding job getting the weight down on this shoe. 23 millimeters in the heel. It's got a 5 millimeter drop. You know, this puts you a little lower to the ground than most other Hokas. I dig that. It's super stable. Didn't have any issues on really rocky terrain, especially on the downhills when I was crushing, you know, which was one of the issues I had with the Challenger 5. It felt just a little wobbly when you're coming down really steep technical terrain. As far as durability goes, I think this should go the distance. There's really no issues with the outsole yet that I can see. I've put about 20 miles on this shoe. I think that one of the issues on durability on the One was the upper, and they fixed that by going to this multi-layer mesh. So I think that they've solved some of the durability issues they had. I have no fears that this is gonna go 400 or 500 miles. Looks, I mean, sexy? I don't know. I don't know if I can be physically attracted to a shoe, but I think this is the way a trail shoe should look. I love the colors. I love the different colors of muted red. I like the overlay that goes all the way around. I like that the logos, they blend in a little bit. Obviously there's other colorways, but I love this burgundy color. I think Hoka did a great job. You know, the outsole is kind of camouflage, multicolor. I dig what they did with this. It's simple, but it's still kind of attention grabbing without it saying, hey, look at me. I think they did a great job with looks. Price, 120 bucks. I think that's fantastic. I think you're getting a lot of value in this shoe. You know, a lot of other shoes in this category are 140, 160. I think keeping this down at 120 really makes this a shoe that a lot of people can afford and get into. Good value at $120. I think you guys know it. I love this shoe. It is officially my daily trainer. It's quick, it's nimble, it's fast, it's lightweight, it fits well, it's comfortable. I think that if you wanted a Hoka trail shoe that really crushed it, you were looking at the Speedgo 4, I think you should consider the Torrent 2 instead. I'm really happy with this shoe. I'm just so excited that this is in my lineup. And I think it's gonna take a lot to knock this off its pedestal for me. I'm excited to see what Hoka comes out with in 2021. But right now, this is kind of sitting on top of the pile. Okay, question of the day. How heavy are your trail shoes? And how important is weight to you? Are you focused on a 9-ounce shoe or are you running in something that's 10, 11, 12 ounces? Let me know. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching Hoka Torrent 2. I love it. Come back, watch the rest of the videos. Go, do, be, run, repeat.